And there we are.
I was going to say, it said you're live, and then I'm thinking, oh, are we?
It's a Throwback Thursday today with socially distanced and mentally exhausted.
I wore my pajamas just so everyone could remember what this used to be like.
Yes.
In my pajamas every single day.
We're going back to a time when people were confused about what was going on with COVID-19, a time when people used to argue about whether or not they should use masks, when there were questions about the vaccine. It was a simple time.
Criticizing the president.
Criticizing the president. It was a simple time.
Yeah.
It was a time when I didn't have to wear pants. It was today.
Yeah.
Welcome to a Throwback Thursday where we're celebrating the present.
Not really a throwback at all.
We're
still fighting those same battles.
That's right.
But a lot of other fun things are happening today. Like I read that for people that love dogs, today is National Dog Day.
What do you do on National Dog Day?
I mean, apparently on social media, you post your dog pictures. Both of my sisters posted pictures of their dogs. And I have to say, my middle sister, her dog is 13 years old. And it was really fun to see a picture of Lulu when she was just so tiny, and now she's like a little old lady dog. So
she's still tiny though. She fits in your pocket.
She is, well, she's not that small, but she is pretty small. But then my other sister has her two dogs. So yeah, what have you done there, Rickus?
I guess that thing. That's okay.
More to love.
There's just more to love.
So yeah, National Dog Day. So I'm not really sure how people celebrate it. Maybe they give their dog extra treats. I don't know. Or just post pictures of them. I think that's probably what.
Well, the second goal of National Dog Day is to rescue dogs in need. There was a big push today for folks to do stuff like, I think there were free dogs that you could get at the shelter and stuff.
That seems a little more
or you could just post pictures of your dog on social.
But if you need a pet, adopt. Yes. Okay. Well, there you go. How about that?
Lend a hand to help a dog in need today or any day.
Oh.
I celebrated National Dog Day today by ordering a hot dog from Coney Island Wieners or whatever it's called. Is that the name of it? Coney Island Wieners?
I don't know.
I read something, that stat you brought up the other day about how hot dogs take away
30 minutes off your life.
30 minutes off your life every time you have one.
Right.
And they talked about Joey Chestnut. You know the guy who always is on the hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, Nathan's. Mm-hmm.
It said Joey Chestnut, 1987 to 1789. Rest in peace.
Yeah. But then, I don't know. I thought after those contests, they would maybe go throw up. That's what I
think. You have to keep it down for a certain amount of time.
Really?
Or you're disqualified.
Mm.
Yeah, that's part of the deal.
I don't think I could even eat 2 hot dogs, much less the.
That's because you are a hot dog snob.
Maybe.
You are a hot dog snob.
I don't want to eat a hot dog ever. I think maybe on the 4th of July might be the only time I would decide to, or Memorial Day, eat a hot dog.
I had a day for Throwback Thursday.
Well, good.
I threw back to a time when I had one last Thursday.
Yeah, but
I've been eating a lot of those hot dogs.
So I need to talk to them because, I would like you to get those 30 minutes back. 30 minutes over and over add up.
I think I could do enough stuff to where you'd be like, you know what? Go ahead. Don't worry about the 30 minutes.
Then I started thinking like, okay, if eating one hot dog has statistically shown, and did they do a big study? What other things do we do that we could look and say, well, there went 10 minutes, or, you've just lost a year I don't know. What would that study look like exactly?
Well, there were also ways that you could get back time. Did you see that part of it?
No, but I have to guess some of drinking water.
If you eat a handful of nuts.
Getting enough sleep.
I mean, I didn't mean to say it like that, but if you eat a handful of nuts, you get back some of the time.
From the hot dog loss?
From the hot dog loss.
Mm-hmm. So nuts are like a medication or a treatment.
Eat a banana. I think there was a banana in there.
Yeah.
There were a couple things in there that you could do to get back the time. I'll see if I can find that here.
I'm sure you won't want to. Yeah. I'm sure you'll be like, oh, never mind. You don't need to worry about what this says.
What did you think about the Bob Ross documentary that we watched the other day.
Okay, I found it very interesting because as a kid, I remember watching him, and I didn't see the end of it, but you did keep like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, oh, here's going to be this dark side of him, but there wasn't one, and I really loved that.
Oh, like, you did love that.
He is genuinely a nice person. He loved painting. He loved teaching others how to paint. He loved his wife. I mean, I was like, thank you, a feel-good documentary. I was a fan.
Well, it wasn't a feel-good documentary. It's just that it wasn't a blast on him or an expose. Like
right. Well, the biggest scandal I think about him was that he got his hair permed, which I'm pretty sure
you thought that was natural.
Yeah, I think we all knew.
You didn't know that. You didn't think that was natural.
Yes, I did.
You thought he had an afro.
Well, some people. My Uncle Stafford had an amazing afro, and he did not have a perm.
How did that happen?
Well, he just had hair that was right, and he was in the 70s, so he made it happen. So yeah, I liked that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's horrible when like people that you love in your childhood, you find out something terrible about them, like that they're mean or they did, broke the law. So I was just really glad I did not see that. So no, I wouldn't say it's feel good because I mean, he does pass away, and had some troubles, but
yeah,
it wasn't like an expose, like you said. So I enjoyed that.
Trying to think if what else did you have over there? Because I had something I want to do. I got to
the first two people that are going to be on Dancing with the Stars were announced.
Who are they? Honey Boo Boo?
No, I don't think. I think Honey Boo Boo was already on that, right? I don't know. I don't watch that.
No,
show,
her mom was though, right?
JoJo Siwa, the gal that has the side ponytail, she is on Dancing with the Stars.
I don't know who that is.
Well, I just know she wears a bow and has a side ponytail. And then Suni Lee, the Olympic medalist, is also going to be on there. So those were the first two people that were announced.
Throwback Thursday. It's also Women Equality Day. So I'm going to interview you.
Okay.
Do you want to go 90s or do you want to go 80s since it's Throwback Thursday?
90s.
90s. Okay. Random questions for Jen. You guys can answer at home as well. What was your favorite 90s hairstyle?
I mean, the Rachel, I guess. Was that in the 90s?
Yeah.
I always wanted my hair to be able to do that, but I just did not have the
Which
hair.
Rachel? The one that came.
No. Friends Rachel.
No, I know which Rachel,
the angle,
but she had like
bob,
10.
She had the bob, but it was in layers. Yeah.
That's the one?
Mm-hmm.
Happy National Dog Day to Mark as
see?
well. Is everything working, Mark, with this? Because we got a new system here. So I just want to make sure things aren't clicking and stuff. Anybody can chime in with that.
Okay.
What kind of car did you own in the 90s? You got your driver's license late, right? Or was it 2000s?
I did have a car. I had a white Toyota Corolla, and her name was Dolores.
Why?
Why what?
Why was it Dolores?
Well, I would just say, oh, hey, y'all want to hop in the Corolla? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, her name is Dolores. It just happened. Like many things in my life. They seem like a great idea.
Which Spice Girl would you like to have been for a day?
Okay. This is a good one because I love the Spice Girls. I would have to go with, Ashley said Rachel too. There's really only one. I'm going to go with Scary Spice because she at least looked like she had fun all the time. And I would not want to be Baby Spice. So,
which one was the one on the TV show, the talent show thing?
Scary Spice.
That was Scary Spice?
Yeah, Mel B.
Mel B. Okay.
Mm-hmm. These are easy.
What boy band member were you in love with? I know you have the answer to this one.
Okay, yes. When we drove, the Backstreet Boys. We love the Backstreet Boys. And my friend and I, we drove to Indiana to watch Winthrop play in their very first NCAA tournament, and we listened to the Backstreet Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And AJ was my boy band crush.
Is he the one now that has the neck tattoo?
Yes. My friends used to tell me that I only liked people that looked evil. I'm not saying he looked evil, but that have that tendency to have tattoos and dark and goth, maybe. I don't know. But yeah.
You want me to show you my tattoo?
No.
All I gotta do is stand up.
No. Let's move on.
You sure?
Keep it G. Keep it G, Rickus. Okay, next question.
That dog will bite you. Team Christina Aguilera or Team Britney?
Oh, Britney Spears.
Why? Because of all the you were Britney fan from early.
Yes.
Were you a part of the? Do you feel like the whole free
Britney thing?
free
But I
Britney
mean,
train?
once you look at what constitutes a conservatorship, she obviously should not have been under one. So anyway, but no, I had her CDs.
Did you look into that?
Everyone's talking about this, Rickus. And then our brother-in-law is a lawyer, and we've had this conversation at dinner.
Well, Ashley disagrees with you.
No, she said Scary Spice also.
No, she says Christina.
Oh, not for me.
Which 90s event would you like to have witnessed? That's a good one. Which 90s event would you like to have witnessed in person?
I don't know. I can't even think in terms of like what.
I'd like to have been on the overpass while OJ was doing the slow drive, and I'd had time to run by Kinko's and get some signs made. How do people get signs made so quickly for something like that?
I have no idea. Well, I think that's truly an advertisement for Kinko's that they could turn something around so fast. But
which reminds me, this Thursday broadcast and every day this week, season 2 is brought to you by Carpetbaggers Flooring, located in West Ashley, where you can go in and just tell them that Rick said hey, and
lovers
Jen
of
said
teachers,
hey, and they're lovers of teachers.
That's
and
right.
Make sure you ask to see their alpaca that they have there in the back
to make your rug,
to make your custom rug.
That's right. All of that is made up. But
that's Carpetbaggers
not
Flooring.
That they love teachers. That's facts.
Do you believe Tupac's death was conspiracy?
No.
You think he's dead?
Yes.
Which hilarious 90s nickname did you have? What did they call you? Stinky?
No. Okay, when I was in college, so this would be the end of the 90s. There were 3 of us that were all named Jen, which really was my whole life, actually. But
named Jen the whole time.
Yes. So one of the Jens was 6 feet tall. One of them was barely 5 feet tall.
And the other one was just right.
So, that was so funny, Rick. Let's just leave it there.
So what was your nickname?
Well, now I don't want to tell you.
No, I want to know.
Perfect.
Well, I don't
No, because I actually didn't have a nickname because we had little Jen and she was fine with that. But then the tallest Jen, that made her be Big Jen, and she did not like that. And so because my last name was Heflin, a lot of times I got called Heffy. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But we were the Queen Bees. That was our basketball team's name. We played intramural basketball.
Throwback Thursday. I'm interviewing my wife today. That's Jen. My name is Rick. I'm her first husband.
Yeah.
And since it is Throwback Thursday, we're doing 90s questions. And a few minutes ago, we asked the question, which event would you like to have witnessed from the 90s? Ashley said the Olympics.
Oh.
So here's a question. Do you prefer the old Olympic schedule or the new one with games every 2 years?
Well, do you mean because you have the summer and then the winter? I mean, I know this may be an unpopular opinion, but the Winter Olympics, I just don't love nearly as much as the Summer Olympics. So it doesn't bother me either way. I don't have an opinion on that.
Where were you when you learned of Princess Diana's death?
I have no idea.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I
remember hearing it on the news, but no.
There were a couple of things I remember from the 90s, and one of them is that. And there used to be, I think it was the same night I threw up in the weasel head, if I remember correct. Well, what year she died? 98, maybe? 97, 98?
I don't know.
Anyway, I was on Ashley Phosphate heading to that fair that they have halfway in the middle of the year. At Celebration. Well, no, it was starts with a W. Up there by the Rock and Roll McDonald's that they have on Dorchester Road.
It was called
Is that Celebration Station?
But I don't know. Who knows?
Anyway, we were on the way there, and she had passed, and we'd heard about it before we left the radio station. So, were you more of a fan of the Harry Potter books or movies?
Movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I love the movies. I love them. The
That
books I've read, and they're really
surprises
good,
me.
but I love the movies. That was one of the best presents you surprised me with, was all of the movies, because I can just watch them at any time. And I mean, usually they're on some channel at any time, but now I have them and I can just watch them whenever I want.
Final question.
Okay.
Before we get out of here for today and for the week, we'll join you again on Monday as season 2 continues of Socially Distanced and Mentally Exhausted with Ric and Jenn, brought to you by Carpetbaggers Flooring. Which song was your anthem in the 90s?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if
Let me clear my throat.
if it's okay. That may have been that may have been 80s.
That is my number one jam.
But still, it was a jam in the 90s. Mine was that dang Backstreet Boys song.
Oh. Which one?
You don't need that
I
away.
want it
No,
that way.
that may be more my guilty pleasure song than
Tell me why. Yeah, you do love that jam. Mm-hmm.
Throwback Thursday is wrapping up.
Yeah.
Just real quick, happy birthday shout out to Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, how old is he?
How old do you think he is? It made me feel old.
35.
41.
What?
The Home Alone kid is 41.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. Kevin. Okay. What else?
We'll wrap up with 5 random facts for Thursday. Not every Model T was black. For the first year's production, gray, green, blue, and red.
Good to know.
Tell this to your mother-in-law. You can major in wine at Cornell University.
Wow.
Fact number 3, the northern cardinal is the most popular state bird. Ours did not make the list. What is our state bird?
Oh my gosh, Carolina Wren.
Fact number 4, Amazing Grace was written by a former slave trader in England. And fact number 5, Hawaiian Punch was originally developed in 1934 as an ice cream topping.
Ew.
It wasn't sold specifically as a juice until 1946.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
How about that?
That wraps up Throwback
5 random facts for Thursday. Throwback Thursday. All the things. We'll see you on Monday.
Remember, sometime this weekend, swing by Carpetbaggers and pet the alpaca. So long, everybody.